Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Bert the Stormtrooper. I am doing a comprehensive review series of Optimus Prime figures called That's Just Prime. I also review other Transformers, lots of G1 stuff, as well as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Ghostbusters, GoBots, and pretty much any other toy that may jump out at me. I also do the occasional arcade and pinball machine video, unboxings, vlogs, challenges, and miscellaneous videos where my daughter usually makes fun of me. Those are a lot of fun. If you're new to the channel, thanks for checking me out. Please be sure to click subscribe and hit that bell icon so you're notified when I upload a new video. I upload 2 videos a week, sometimes more. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up and share if you like what you see. Hello and welcome, I'm Bert the Stormtrooper, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Bumblebee movie, Power Charge Bumblebee. Released in 2018, this guy is brand new and hitting stores right now as of the time of this recording, and is retailing for approximately $50. So here we go. We've got another brand new Bumblebee figure for the upcoming Bumblebee movie that'll be releasing later this year. I'm really excited about this one. I've said it a couple of times on my channel before. My first car was a yellow Volkswagen Beetle. I absolutely love that they brought Bumblebee back to the yellow Volkswagen. So I'm probably going to be getting a lot of these Bumblebee figures. So $50 seems a little high in my opinion, although as you can tell, the figure's still in the package. I haven't opened it up and played with him. We know that he's electronic. He's going to have some electronic features. He's got a faceplate that flips down. He's got 25 plus sounds and phrases. As you can see, he comes packaged in an open box, so you can actually touch him and try him out. So he'll be doing things like that throughout the video. And he comes packaged in robot mode. So, okay, I guess he wasn't done. Over on the side, you got some artwork of Bumblebee right there, what he's going to look like, or what he's going to look like in the new movie. A little bio on Bumblebee himself and what he's going to look like again in the movie. I love that they put the Volkswagen engine in his abdomen. I absolutely adore that detail. For a VW enthusiast like myself, that's a kind of a big deal. I love that a lot. And then in the back, we see some product shots of Bumblebee, both in robot and in vehicle mode. 17-step transformation. It shows us that we spin to charge to the robot to get some of those sounds and phrases and whatnot. Battle mask, stinger sword, and rev to charge the vehicle as well. So let's get Bumblebee out of the package and check him out. And here we have Bumblebee out of the package and in his Volkswagen Beetle mode, which to me appears to be a 1967 Beetle. I say that because 67 was the last year that they did the double balcony style bumpers, but it was also the first year that they did the big window on the back. They moved away from the oval into the big window. So it is a toy, so creative license might have been taken, but at least that's what it looks like to me. So here in Volkswagen mode, Bumblebee is approximately 11 inches long and about 4.5 inches tall. So this guy is pretty huge, which is really kind of awesome. He's actually bigger than most leader class figures, and this reminds me a lot of, I am not sure if it was a Bumblebee from a movie or if it was from the Prime animated show. It was one of the two. There was a Bumblebee figure that was bigger than all of the leader class figures that were coming out at the time, and it had a bunch of sounds and lights and stuff like that. This reminds me a lot of that figure, and that would have probably been the best comparison, except that I don't have that figure handy right now. It's kind of put away and not accessible, so unfortunately I would have loved to have made the comparison with that figure. Unfortunately I don't have it. Now I do have, real quick for comparison, something a little more recent and comparable, which is the Cyberverse Prime figure, which we know is also bigger than most leader class figures, so you can tell just how big Bumblebee is. So it's pretty nice looking. And again, the mold on here is stunning. This is absolutely perfect. A lot of detail is missing, probably easily fixed. The running boards are usually black with a chrome trim. Again, I can probably paint that. The handles are not painted. That should be chrome. This whole trim line going across the side here, that should be chrome. These should be chrome. That handle should be chrome. This pinstripe should be chrome. And the Volkswagen emblem, which is there, should also be chrome. The top of the lights should be chrome. And then this vent back here should be black. So, I mean, other than that, those are really just minor details. Other than that, this is an absolutely stunning Volkswagen car to just have to display. If you're into Volkswagens like I am, I don't know if you can tell. But yeah, this is an absolutely stunning car. I absolutely love it. Rolls pretty nicely. He does seem to rub just a little bit. There is quite a bit of stuff down here, which we're going to get into here in just a moment. But he does roll. If you have him transform, you do have to transform him just right, because if you don't, some of these front wheels, they'll tend to like kind of stick. Either that or this wheel down here will rub against the bottom and he won't roll freely. But if you got him transformed just right, as you can see, he will roll freely, and you can see that all the wheels are moving, so that's really nice. So getting into the lights and sounds, you saw this wheel down here. Now he does tout having over 25 sounds and lights to go with them as well. They are completely random, and to me it seems like sometimes he'll get on one of the sound chips and he'll just kind of get stuck on it and just keep repeating the same sound over and over and over. So I don't even know if I've heard all 25 of these. So you can roll them forwards or backwards. He'll make a different sound each time. And what you do is you just push down on him a little bit and roll him forward. So there was some sort of an energizing sound there. And then there's an engine sound and then another power down sound. And whatever engine sound that is not the way the engine in this car would have sounded. I'm going to nitpick anything that's Volkswagen related on this. Let's try another one. So you see, it just did the exact same sound again. Sometimes it'll do the actual engine cranking sound followed by a revving sound. Sometimes it'll do like a burnout sound. Let's go backwards and see what it does. See, it just like that's exactly what I'm talking about right there. It just seems to get stuck sometimes on one sound, and what that was different. Okay, see, at least I didn't look like a liar, and it does make different sounds sometimes. Again, that's not what a Volkswagen engine sounds like. But there you go. Enough with the sounds. Now, there are lights. Unfortunately, I wish they could have figured out a way to make the headlights blink in car mode. They do blink in robot mode. They don't blink in car mode. That's unfortunate because the lights are way down in there. So, enough about the car mode. And you guys are probably getting sick of hearing me nitpick Volkswagen things. So, let's get into the transformation, which is really simple. It's complex enough. But it's also fun, so it's not like super hard complicated. So the first thing we're going to do, reach down here to the arms and unpeg these guys. These are pegged in right there on those tabs. And then pop these out, and those were pegged in right in there. And I may have to move the camera because this guy is going to get huge. We're going to take the entire hood and top of the car, and we're just going to unpeg this like that. Just move it up and leave it out of the way for the time being. That will allow us to unpeg the side of the car. The whole side of the car is pegged here, here, and also inside to the side of the leg right there. So go ahead and pop these just like that. And then this entire side of the car is going to rotate like so. This tab is going to peg in right there. And I'm stuck on something. There you go. The door gets in the way sometimes. So that will peg in right there. And then the bumper will come down just like that. So same thing on this side. Unpeg, unpeg, unpeg. Rotate. Clip that right there. Bring the bumper down. And then that doesn't stay in too securely. It does clip into place to show you where it goes, but as you can see, it moves away real easily. Straighten out the arms. Bring them down. Straighten and bring down. And the upper body is mostly done. We're going to move on to the legs. The legs are really cool. They do a lot of twisting and turning. Very complex stuff. So first thing we're going to do, move that out of the way. We're going to separate the whole back of the back half of the car in half as well. So quarters. There we go. Alrighty. Let's see what's the best way to show this off. Let's start with this back piece here. This is going to clip, or sorry, unclip rather. There's another car sound. Once you get that out of the way, get this foot and rotate this all the way out like so. This is going to allow you to move this on this hinge out of the way like so. And you kind of have to do a couple of things here at the same time. So now that this is out of the way, we can go ahead and work on this wheel here. I'm going to straighten out this foot and rotate this entire piece along the wheel like that and bring it all the way out like this. Now that we have that, if we look back in the inside of the leg, we can take this hinge and turn it so that this bumper lays flat against the inside of the wheel. Now we can take this whole half of the car here, separate that in half, bring this down. That tab's going to peg in right on the outside of the shin there. Finish bringing the quarter panel all the way up like that. Rotate the foot. Finally come around. Bring this panel up, and this panel is going to tab in here and here. Straighten that out, and there you go. There's his leg. So yeah, the legs get kind of crazy. So let's do that again. Let's see if there's a good way of showing this when we separate that. And bring that to the side like that. That's good. That's going to allow us to bring the foot out. Rotate it. Bring it all the way down. Okay, cording this back up again. Split that in half. Tab it on the side. Straighten out the foot. Bring up the shin guard. Pin it in place. And there's our legs. All done. Straighten out that. We're going to move up the camera. Now we're going to come around the back here. Get this whole back panel. Now you probably noticed when he did sounds that he's still doing car sounds. Now you can see the lights there. So we're going to take this panel here. We're going to fold this down. Before I do that, I wanted to show those two tabs there and there. They're going to peg in here and here. And when that happens, go ahead and move that. When that comes down, you can hear the transformation sound. So now he's in robot mode. He'll make robot sounds. So we'll finish off the wings. We're going to split this guy right here. Bring that down. Fold this in half, and these are going to tab in together there and there. Same thing on this side. Split that. Bring it down. Fold and tab. Get them all nice and straightened out. And there is Bumblebee in robot mode, and he looks gorgeous. Here in robot mode, Bumblebee is approximately 10 inches tall at the top of the head, 11 if you want to go to the top of the wings there. And like I said, yeah, I think he looks fantastic. Now, he's not 100% movie accurate. I know the whole chest thing here with a wheel. I thought this was going to bother me a lot more than it actually does. When I originally saw pictures, I thought this was just going to bug the crap out of me. He doesn't look that bad in person. I've played with him for a couple of days, and I've really just fallen in love with this figure. He is really, really cool. So, same thing as you saw before. We can take the wheel here and just kind of roll it. And that's going to activate some lights and sounds. And as you can see this time around, the headlights do blink. There are lights just under his chest there, so that's going to make the headlights look that they're lit up, which I wish they could have carried that over to the car mode. He likes that one a lot. I was playing it with my daughter the other day, and he just kept making that one sound over and over. That's actually the first time I've heard that one. So, check that out. And there's that. We just heard that one. We'll take... Now, that was really cool what it did there. It did the beat thing, but when I rolled the wheel the other way, it actually reversed it, kind of like you were mixing it. And now it's... I think I confused them. All right, enough about that. My newborn loves it whenever he plays music. So, anyway, enough about the sound. So, let me show you this. If you go around the back, there's a switch right there on his hip. Flip it down, no more sounds. So that's going to allow us to get through the rest of this review. So detail-wise, I like him a lot. The face is really cool. And just like with the smaller figure, that's a Volkswagen engine right there on his abdomen. I absolutely love that detail that they threw in the VW engine in there. For us aficionados. That's really, really cool. Articulation, the head can rotate side to side. The shoulders can go in and out. They can go forward and backwards all the way around. You do have a rotation at the elbow and a bend at the elbow. Nothing at the wrist, nothing at the waist. Hips, forward, backwards, outwards. Rotation at the knee, bend at the knee, and nothing at the foot. So, pretty good articulation as well. He's not the most articulate thing you're ever going to see. But he poses well enough. And with the wings back here, one thing that does bug me, see what I did there? I didn't even mean to do that. But one thing that does bug me about the movie Bumblebee figures is that, at least from what I've seen in the preview so far, he doesn't look like he's going to have car door windows like he did in the first couple of movies. But every figure has the car door windows. So typically what I do is I'll play with the angles on those to kind of make them a little smaller. You can do that too, if you wish. Now, he does have a couple of battle features here as well. So the earpieces here, if you pull these forward, it's not easy to do, I'll tell you that right now. That's gonna, what that does is when you bring that forward, the ears go down a little bit, and the ears are what are holding the mask back. So the idea is that you pull his ears forward and his mask would drop just like that. See? Easy. A child can do it. So there's that. And then over here on this side, there's a little tab. Then you push down, slide all the way out, and you've got his blade right there. So Bumblebee is ready for a battle with his little shanky shank. He's going to shank you with a shank, or he's going to shiv you with a shiv. One of the two. So there's that. Bumblebee is a cholo. There you go. So there's Bumblebee. And again, for comparison, like I mentioned, he is pretty huge. He's bigger than most leader class figures. And again, just a more recent and relatively relevant figure is the Cyberverse Prime, which, as you know, is also taller than most leader class figures. And you can, again, see just how huge this guy is. So he's really, really cool. I really like this Bumblebee a lot. I'm really happy that I picked him up. Very happy with it. And I think that about covers Transformers Power Charge Bumblebee from the upcoming Bumblebee movie. What did you think of this figure, and what would you like to see me review next? Let me know by leaving me a comment, give me some thumbs up, subscribe, and please hit that bell icon so you're notified when I make a new video. Please share with your friends if you like what you see, and I'll talk to you next time.